Yeah, really excited to be here. Obviously, anytime you play in postseason baseball, it's a good year. And, this is one of the great college baseball venues in the country. So we're really looking forward to this atmosphere. And we know there's 4 really good teams here, and we can't wait to get started.
You spent 14 years as the head coach at Wake Forest, but this is your first time here at Clark LeClaire Stadium. Just what are your overall thoughts on this ballpark?
Oh, man, it's a great college baseball atmosphere here. I mean, I've watched many games of theirs on television over the years. The crowd is electric. Their team is really good, really well coached. They're tough. Hopefully we get a chance to play the host team because it means we're doing well.
You've played ECU twice in your career, once in 2014 back in Wilson, and then in 2011 in Zebulon. What do you remember about those games that stand out about Pirate baseball?
Yeah, again, toughness is what comes to mind. Anytime you watch the Pirates play, they just exude toughness and competitiveness. Their compete is off the charts. They're baseball players, high baseball IQ, really well coached. So again, I think toughness is what stands out the most.
Curious, what have you kind of heard just about the jungle and just the atmosphere itself this weekend?
Yeah, it's like an SEC football game here, and the fans are going to be into it. They're going to be yelling at our guys, and we've tried to prepare them for that all week, but there's no preparation for it. Like, you got to be in it to know what it really feels like.
Have you guys experienced any road hostile environment games this season so far leading up to this?
Yeah, NC State was a raucous environment. At Elon, believe it or not, they had some fraternity thing going on. So at Elon was pretty intense. They had the fraternities kind of right outside our dugout screaming at our guys. So I think probably, believe it or not, out at Elon will be the closest to what we're going to feel here this weekend.
We're jumping out, getting excited about ECU Wake Forest, but can't jump too far ahead. You got VCU tomorrow. What do you need to do to take care of business?
Yeah, it always starts with pitching. We need a good start out of Dave Falco. Christian Gordon's their starter. He's really good, and the guy in the bullpen, Curley's really good behind him. So the runs are going to be hard to come by tomorrow. So hopefully we get off to a good start, but most importantly, we need to play good, clean baseball and get a good start out of Dave Falco.
When you look at East Carolina's ball club, what stands out to you the most?
Well, really talented, good left-handed hitting, kind of up and down the lineup, obviously with Yasevich and Root, 2 really kind of premium guys at the front of the rotation, and then their back end guys really good too. So again, just you don't get to host unless you're a really good ball club. They've been a really good ball club under Cliff for a decade or more. So we know we're going to have our hands full in this regional between VCU, Evansville, and ECU.
I think Cliff mentioned you guys were at the Wilson Hot Stove at one point. Just what's your interactions with him? How have you gotten to know him over the years?
So I knew Cliff back when he was at LSU. So when I was the head coach at UNO, Cliff was an assistant at LSU. They won the national championship that year, and Cliff was part of the turnaround of that program. LSU had been a program that had kind of scuffled it the couple of years prior to that. My first year at UNO, LSU was pretty good, but then the second year at UNO, LSU kind of took a nosedive, and Cliff was right in the middle of that kind of resurgence and then that eventual national championship that they won there.
This is a team that started, at number 1 on the year and then had some ups, had some downs. How have you been able to just ride the wave and still make a great regional spot here in Greenville?
Yeah, we're battle tested for sure. We've faced adversity, and our guys have responded to it. We got swept by Carolina. We responded the next weekend at Virginia Tech. We got swept by NC State. We responded in the ACC tournament. So, hopefully we can catch a good wave here.
Thanks, guys.
All right, I'm good.
All right, Chase, first time ever at Clark LeClaire Stadium. What did you think getting out there before game 1?
I'm excited. Looks really cool. Can't wait to see people in the jungle, so I'm excited for it.
You guys are the only North Carolina ACC school that hasn't been here. I'm curious, what have you heard from guys at other schools or guys that have played here about the stadium itself?
Just about the atmosphere, kind of like the people. I heard that people kind of like hang over the fence and stuff like that, so not really too much, but just ready for the atmosphere.
Have you guys played any road games this year with a hostile road environment?
Probably a couple, but probably none that match up to this, so I'm excited.
Being a former SEC guy, you've obviously played in some hostile environments. You think that prepares you a little bit more for this weekend?
Yeah, 100%. I remember being in Arkansas and it'd be 13,000 fans, so it'll probably be similar.
You bring a lot of energy when you're on the mound, especially when you strike out somebody. Is that how you've always been your whole career? Just bringing that energy?
Not always. Kind of just use it for our team, kind of like momentum swings, and I think that if I could fire up our defense, then it kind of translates to offense. So.
How do you prepare for a game like this? I know Wake Forest is just synonymous with being successful, but just how do you lock into a different gear when it comes to regionals and postseason ball compared to the regular season?
You don't do anything different. You know, playoffs, postseason, you just want to stay with the guys and try to play as long as you can.
A lot of people already want to look ahead to Saturday, but how are you kind of helping keep the team locked in on Friday and beating VCU first?
It goes back to our pitching coach Moose. He just says take one step at a time, so that's all we're kind of doing.
You guys have had a lot of success recently, especially last year making a good run. I know you weren't a part of that team, but what makes Wake Forest such a good baseball club?
I think the culture, just the culture of the older guys and what they've built around it, and just everybody in the team chemistry.
Everybody good? All right. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Everybody good? All right, we'll take questions for Nick. Sorry.
Nick, first time here at Clark LeClaire Stadium. What have you heard about this ballpark, and what are your thoughts just getting a little bit of practice time out here?
Yeah, I mean, as a college baseball player, you hear a lot about the atmosphere here and how fun it is to play here. So we're super excited getting here and kind of see the fans, see what it's all about, see the jungle in action, and just enjoy it every way we can.
Go ahead, Luke.
I'm just going to say, you've hit 22 home runs this year. You've had an unbelievable year at the plate. What has been your key to your personal success?
I think just staying consistent in what I do, you know, through the ups and downs of a baseball season. The biggest thing is staying consistent, staying true to your process and the way you go about your work every day. So just really making sure I'm doing that same stuff every day, make sure I'm ready for the game.
Just kind of curious, what have you kind of heard about the jungle and about just the atmosphere here from other guys or people who played here?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's crazy. I've heard they like to get on you, and that's something that we enjoy. We like doing that. We get on each other every single day, so we're prepared for it.
Your corner outfielders, are they prepared? There's going to be some chatter back and forth there.
They'll be good. Yeah, they've all been here. They're all veterans, and been through the Coastal Carolinas the same way this year, sold out crowd. So we've been through it a few times. So right now we got to get through it together.
Obviously, you want to be hosting. There's a lot of talk you guys might have been, but how do you kind of mentally overcome? Hey, we're not a 1 seed. We're going to Greenville. Like, how do you as a team kind of address that and move forward?
Yeah, I mean, we just focus on what's forward. Obviously we thought we could have been hosting, should have been, but we don't really have time to think about that right now. All we can do is focus on VCU tomorrow and try to win that game, and then we'll think about whoever's next after that.
How have you in the past just mentally prepared for a regional compared to a regular season game or ACC tournament now that nothing's guaranteed?
Yeah, it's more so about calming everyone down, staying true to what we do every single day, because obviously postseason you got a lot more adrenaline, you got a lot more stuff going on. So just staying true to what we do every single day is the key.
You're wearing Spider-Man? Is that a nickname? Or what does that mean to you?
Yeah, Spidey is something they've been calling me since I got here my freshman year. So just kind of something I went along with, and now I guess I'm Spidey. I don't know.
When you look at VCU, what kind of stands out to you about the matchup tomorrow?
Yeah, they got a good starting pitcher, a good bullpen piece who they trust in, and they're their old team who's been here for a while. So they've all had the experience of an older team, and they know what it takes to win. So just going along that and just playing our game.
Else for Nick? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.